G'day team. I've been doing a bit of running to get here on time, and we made it. Just okay. I clearly need to do more cardio. That is abundantly clear. But anyway, we'll get set up here. I'll bring you guys around for a bit of view. Bear with me. Bring you right over the top here. Put you in the right position. Here we go. Get you teed up there nicely. That's a good position for you. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. Get you adjusted a little bit. Here you go, team. Absolutely wonderful. That's exactly where I want you. Right, guys. It is 10 a.m. here in New Zealand. 10 a.m. We have a portrait, but we're going to do some fun things with it too. So wherever it is, whatever time it is where you are in the world, I do hope you're looking after yourself. If you've got good weather, I hope you're enjoying it. Today is a day to be enjoyed. That sun is strong. Yeah. Yes. Did the painting survive the rain? Indeed it did. We're just finding the angle right now that's best for the sunlight, which should be fairly simple because I'm moving, but the sun's not. That's striking the surface pretty well. That's got, whew, that's bright, baby. That's bright. Okay, let's flick this across to here. Now, we have the picture survived the rain yesterday, but my magazine, not so fortunate. Not so fortunate. But we still will be able to find, just want one little picture out from it. Just gonna figure out some fun images in here. A couple there with a cane, a guy sweeping. That's a good page, we might come back to that one. We're trying to figure out, ooh, birds. Maybe we do a turkey. That's fun. Haven't painted a turkey before, that'd be fresh. It is, what time is that? Is that 2300 an island and raining? Ugh, yuck. Oh yeah. We've got some horse pictures here too, guys. Horses. Horse or turkey? Does anyone have any preference? Horse or a turkey? Or a pheasant? I think pheasant's pretty cool. I could do pheasant. Yeah, should we do pheasant? Anyone got a vote? I'm gonna go pheasant. This is a good plan. Get this magazine here. Now, we're not going to do it exactly to what's in this book here, but we are going to use this picture as pseudo inspiration, especially since your artist forgets the colours and look of a pheasant, so we do kind of need something to remind me where the white, black, green, brown and yellow bits go. There we go. Pheasant. Beautiful. And if we get it bored, we've also got a little picture game on the back. How fun is that? How is parent life, Sebastian? Parent life's fantastic. Thank you very much for asking. Actually, the reason why I had to run to the set is because I was staying in bed a little bit too long with my gorgeous little daughter. She was smiling away, kicking her legs. And I was like, oh, just one more minute. Oh, just one more minute. And then all of a sudden, your artist had no more minutes. Only just enough time to get out here, get set up, and get ready to party. Now, this is fun, yeah. So, we had a plan yesterday to get way more colours on this piece. But the reality of the situation turned out that, that just wasn't an opportunity. And the reason it wasn't an opportunity is because the rain came in. In fact, this easel, this stand, everything, bar the technology and the painting, two things I ran off with first, are soaking wet. Everything's soaking wet, the entire lot. So that's a little bit annoying. But this is the reality that you get when you go out into the elements. You use the outdoors. You breathe it in. I'm just gonna get this. There we go. Thought I wanted all that leg. Here we go. Stan's got a lot in common with me. Very short little legs. There we go. Put that there. Sun shining, sun holiday, come find me. G'day, Jay Smith, welcome on in. Kay, about the same size, but here we go. Let's put this in here. Voila. Beautiful. Beautiful. Tucking that bit of shirt at the back. And guys, I've parked my vehicle just over there, but this is embarrassing. I've left my coffee in it. Can you tolerate without me for 20 seconds? I'll just go grab it. I'll run, I promise I'll run. Come find me, holiday, da da da. There's a few drip lines from yesterday, but they're dry now and they will cover up easy, so we're not too worried about that. Question, is this a new piece? Is this a new piece or is this part two? A new piece or is this part two? This is a new piece, but we're playing around. We're having fun. Not a commission. And don't worry, I love faces. I do love faces, but we need something a bit more exciting here too. So I've got plans. Plans, good sir, plans. I just have to find the next thing I am after. Look at this. This is how I like my brush team. See that? Oh, yummy. That is a well-kept, perfect condition, ready to dance brush. Mwah! The reason why it's so dark is I was using this one. No coffee for you, Jules. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, perfect brush for it. All right, let's get started. What are we going to do first? Well, I reckon a good place to start is to get this piece here. Bear with me for a second. Get this, and let's flip it upside down, like that. That looks better. I like that. It's got a flavour to it. Now the next thing we need to do, pheasants have red, so let's get some red on this piece here. It's a good way to start this plan. Sun shining, shine holiday, come find me. Dun 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 dun. You got enough room there? I'm gonna pull you back a little bit. Don't get motion sickness, guys. I'm moving you around all the time because we're gonna do some big flicks up in here. And it's gonna be pretty fun. All right, there we go. Sorted. You're in a good position. Looks... General Sam, no, not quite. It's a picture from a 1964 magazine. We have our perfect condition brush. We have our tempera. Let's go. Where are we gonna start? Let's go through there. Perfect. Exactly where I want it. And let's spread that out a little bit. Just like that. All up through here. Oh yes. That's what I'm after. Just like that. You can see how it gets a little bit of darkness coming through it as well, because it comes off the brush. And then it seems dry, and then all of a sudden, nah, it's kicking back into action. And with a bit of luck, that sun, with its heat beaming down, will just keep giving us a delightful little bit of extra drying as we're painting. With a bit of luck, it might not, but we'll see. Sun shining, sun holiday, come find me. Oh my God, is that LMMOP? Someone get that out of my head. This always happens to me. Come out for a painting set. This is how I know I'm painting with the right attitude though, guys. If you come outside for a painting set, and the moment you start painting, you start singing, good. If you come out to start painting, and you stand in front of it and start feeling insecure thoughts and thinking intrusive thoughts, you're probably approaching the artistry with the wrong attitude. Maybe, just maybe. At least that's my little functional thing. You can always understand yourself better by just the overarching emotions you feel, especially at the start. Sometimes though, and like this is where it's not true at all, you can be very insecure or worried or afraid when you start a painting, and then find your feet. So every person's different. You're allowed to do it in your own little way. In your own little way. There we go. Sun holiday, come find me if you keep away. Do, do, do. I need some of that, what should I do with the... Who's coming up with new ideas? One little sip here. Who made that gloriously cold, slightly bitter and burnt coffee? Only an expert in cafe. Oh, he is me. There we go. Good thing about painting on soil as well is it shows shirt has a hankering to unpack itself in the back end. So put this, look at that. It fits. Alright. Sun shining, sun holiday, come find me. Do 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 do. You gotta put it in gently. If you get it just right, it'll fit in perfectly, but otherwise it'll battle. Now don't worry, we haven't lost the face. Please don't think we've lost the face. We will get it back, but there's a process here. If you joined in for young love and old man, you'll know how we're flicking backwards and forwards, and you'll also know how we're primed for absolute defeat, possibly, because when you're doing a, you want to call it a flip art or an ambigram, or if you're trying to actually have a stroke, naughty, mean two things at once. You need to accept that sometimes you're going to miss completely and it'll all just topple off. So let's see if we can make this work into something special, or we might just fail. I love that. Hello, my buddy Seb. Hi, Mikey. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing great. Painting looks great, and I love the surfboard. Thanks, Mikey. I actually got that surfboard. I think it's in Washington now, and I got a bit nostalgic because I miss that surfboard, guys. That's the one. That's one of the pieces that Shelby's never forgiven me for selling. And I actually was supposed to make her a new one, and we got caught up on a journey of making a flamingo board, but being honest, guys, and this happens sometimes, I lost the spark on it. It didn't feel right. I was using texture, the other one was sleek and shiny, and I paused and thought, you know what, give yourself some time. When the right inspiration or the right picture shows up, you'll know it's the right time. It's happened. Hey Birdie, welcome on in. It's happened. I found the picture. It's a, no joke, it's a bookmark. I went to an op shop, that's where I got these pants from, and I saw a bookmark there by the counter. I was like, what's that? And she said, oh, you can just have that. So I was buying 3 pairs of pants, see? And I was like, thank you so much. They're usually 50 cents. Anyway, it's these beautiful water lilies. And I was like, that is so great that it belongs on a surfboard. And then I thought to myself, hold on, you've been sitting on a surfboard project for just over a year now. You have the surfboard. You were waiting for the inspiration. You now have that in front of you too. Get out there and paint that surfboard, baby. So that's the journey we've gone on, and that's exactly what I plan to do. Jump in here, there we go. Sunshine. You have to excuse, is this in your shot right now, guys? No, that's all good. That's, yeah, cool. That's perfecto. Perfecto Mundi. Put that all the way to there. Is that still all right for you, team? I hope that's all right for you. Yeah, you're golden. Perfect. Perfecto Mundi. And we're still working with our delightful white. You can never have enough white. That's a big bucket. You gotta be careful. I actually won't often use black. I'll swap that out for Indian ink, just so it's set straight away, defines areas, but doesn't keep mixing with the paint. With white though, you just keep going. Whoa! We've got an offer for D. D says he'll buy this painting, or she says, I'm not quite sure. She'll buy this painting for $50. It's a good deal. I'm going to put you on hold for now, but I like where your head's at. I'll tell you what you can have for free though. D, you can have a compliment. I think you're a fantastic individual. I hope one day you find true happiness, and I hope that on your quest to find true happiness, it's fulfilling and you make as many other people in this world inspired and happy while you go. You're a great person, D. Good luck. Believe in you. Alright. That can go through there. There we go. There we are. Woo-hoo. Just down through there. Give me that big brush, baby. Now time for another colour. What colour does the pheasant have there in it? It's got like a brown colour. Weirdly enough, team, you wouldn't guess this of me, I actually brought brown paint. No, guys, stop. Mark's now gone to 150 pounds. Mark, everyone settle down. This painting is not for sale. We never ever, or very, very rarely, ever sell artwork while it's been made. It can choke and crush the process most of the time. What we need to focus on is enjoying the process. It's got to be something special on the quest of it and not focus on the result. And if we focus on enjoying the quest of it, it's a beautiful memory, a beautiful piece of artwork. But if we're doing it for the result, we can lose something. And I don't want to lose something. I want to have fun here with you guys. Have fun with me. All right. Oh. You know, that was a huge mistake. Shouldn't have done that. Kidding, this is actually perfect. This is exactly where we want it. Just up through here, this branch weaves, just like that. It's hanging around there. And then just down through here, that just comes and sneaks down. This part here captures the tail. We want some thicker strokes in that tail, so it gets that volume of feathers. Just like that. There we go. All the way down. Flick, flick, flick. And then this part, that picture will stay down for me long enough so I can actually paint it. And it's gonna, encroach across there, and down to there. Lovely. All the way out to there. Come on, sun. Give me a bit more heat so I can keep slamming this with paint. That's what we want. We want that heat. A little bit of wind never hurts either. A bit of wind actually makes the whole process pretty special. And we are getting a touch, actually. So I'm going to be a bit clever and preemptive here. And put down my highly advanced Wind Stopper 3000. Available on Amazon. It's not. There we go. Screw this down to the ground. Into the juicy, moist ground. There we go. Now that's not a foolproof system, but it does hold on to it well enough to mean that if a gust comes along, it'll just hold it down that teeny weensy little bit. Sunshine. We don't need an absolute winner to happen. Just enough to hold it there while I catch it, if that makes sense. We're going to add one more colour to this side. Then we're going to swap. Sunshine. Or are we going to grab some... Are we going to be naughty with some... Nah. There's this eagerness in me to use the Indian ink straight away. I just need to settle down, guys. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's excitement. It's building in me. I think we will actually, though. Here I am saying we won't do that. We will get a little bit wild with... Here we go. Yum, 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 yum. Dioxide purple, just a touch. It's not black, but it's got that potency to it. Green. Dee wants green. There is going to be a bit of green, especially up on the head and down through the tail. But right now, we're going to attack it with purple. Brian, how are you doing? Have you ever done a self-portrait? No, I haven't. I'm not big on self-portraits, Brian. I'm not big on it. I feel like, and it sounds cheesy, but there's so much out there in the world to capture and enjoy. I don't feel like if Van Gogh had Google, that Van Gogh would have painted his face nearly as often as he did. I think those portraits were done less in the form of self-reflection and more of the form of necessity, because no one would sit for him and he didn't have the internet. But I'd love to know, and this is a question that I actually stay up and think about at night. I'd love to know, would Monet, if he was here today as an artist, if Monet was here today as an artist, would he paint hay bales, a few sunrises and sunsets, and some water lilies? Or would he be on Google searching dragon breathes fire on princess and castle? Like, maybe not that, but we get the whole world of options at our fingertips. Everything we could possibly want. And now you've got an AI generator. You can literally say, generate me picture of King Frog with riding horse and lance charging at giant balloon with cheeseburgers printed on side. Like, whatever it is you want to have as your reference, your inspiration, or you just want to see it, it can just happen. So suddenly, sitting out in the field and painting a hay bale isn't a matter of, well, this is all I've got in my studio. It becomes a matter of, I've made a very careful and calculated choice to paint a hay bale. And I'm not sure how that changes things. I haven't put enough thought into it, but I do often wonder, if Monet was here today, what would he be painting? Would he be painting? It's interesting to wonder. It's interesting to wonder. See how this dioxide purple just deepens those colours in a few little pockets? That's exactly what we're after. Eventually, guys, no matter what, we are going to have to attack this with endless amounts. Screeds is the word. Screeds of white. Screeds of it. But for now, we can play around with these deeper hues and see where it takes us. This is the first time in my life I've ever felt like the urge, the desire, the passion to paint a pheasant. We've got pheasants on the farm, and they are pretty birds. I just always appreciate a bird that flies quite elegantly. Pheasants are more just less elegant flies, more just Bundy, I feel. Maybe that's wrong. Hello, Ray. Welcome on in. Jason, you've got it on the money. Who is Monet? It's actually spelt, I completely agree with what you've done there, but it's actually spelt M-O-N-E-T. Brian, bang. No, Brian, it's totally all good. At the end of the day, unless you actually follow fine art or had an interest in it, I mean, I couldn't tell you a graphic designer, and if you didn't know who Andy Warhol is, it would also be fine. I think actually you'll definitely have seen Monet's works. He's basically considered the master of colour, yet later in his life, funnily enough, he got cataracts, as I understand it, and so his ability to see colour was lessened. Yet, just like Beethoven losing his hearing, he made some of his best work once he started to lose his ability to perceive that. Funny how limitations become assets to certain people. I wonder if it's just a mind frame. One person sees something as a problem, while another person sees it as an opportunity, or just another hurdle to climb over. There we go. Sorry, but you've definitely seen Monet's, in passing, maybe in a print store somewhere or on a web page, Monet's water lilies. You definitely have, but the Monet name, he was one of the painters who, he was determined just like me. He loves painting outside, loves outside, and his work would be more blurry because he'd focus less on the definition of the subject and more of just the interplay of the colours. He did this technique, and it's a classic technique. It's old school. Well, it's not old school. It's a well-known technique now. Instead of mixing gradients, blue into green or blue into yellow, he would put a blue stroke beside a green or yellow stroke, right beside each other, and then he'd let our brains, our goop inside our heads, actually make the decision to see the gradient in colours. There's a term for it, but I forget what it's called. But anyway, he'd use that technique to actually use more bold, sudden, popping colours everywhere, and then let us see a very, very smooth image with beautiful continuity to it. And that's lovely, because I feel like techniques like that do a fantastic amount of respect to the viewer. Because it says, I don't need to show you perfect gradients to actually help you see this. you can take these hints, these marks, these parts of the picture, and you can ascertain the whole story because you're smart. I think that's actually, I like that. Kind of like an abstract that doesn't try to hide. Some abstracts try to be cryptic, but if it's abstract in the way that I want you to understand this or interpret what you want from this, rather than saying there's a meaning, I'm not telling you, nah. I hate art like that. That goes, there's a meaning and you're not allowed to know because I'm gatekeeping it from you. I hate that. But when there's an abstract that actually says, this here can be interpreted in a few different ways or a variety of different ways. And my interpretation as the creator is as valuable, if not less valuable, than your interpretation as the viewer. That's the kind of abstract I like, because that actually gives power, respect, and control to the viewer. And a lot of the time with art, we feel like we lose control. Like you're dealing with an artist who's an enigma, who's basically telling you what to think, feel, or to look at. But if the artist doesn't do that, and the artist actually says, hey, I did my best and I've created something here, but I want to hear how it makes you feel. I want you to have the power to love or condemn. And if you love it, fantastic. You're in the right place. You've been surrounded by love. And if you condemn it, also great. That's an emotional response. Now, use that and go out there to find something that you have a positive emotional response to. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Put a little love in your heart. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Come with me. Here we go. Over again. Woohoo. Hello. How you doing? Perfect. Who likes messy portraits? I do. I do. Oh, look at that. We've ruined it. One thing I love, guys, is these funny little moments come in that are, they catch you off guard. We didn't plan for this, and this is where the power of the viewer, control of the viewer, comes into the picture. We had a portrait here. We flipped it upside down, and we started painting a pheasant onto it. And now we flip it back up the right way, and that pheasant's coat just began, by pure coincidence, became a big old neck beard for our portrait over here. I wish I had some more coffee, but I think I have. Did I bring a water bottle with me, or am I dreaming? I'm dreaming. Ah well. We'll go for a little bit longer, guys, and if I start getting too thirsty, I'll head back to the car, because I know I've got at least a third of a bucket of water in there. A bucket, a cup, a thing. All right. Now, probably the next step to do is to get back in here and define, in amongst this chaotic bunch of strokes, a little bit, un petit, is that how you say it? How do you say a little bit in Spanish? Un poquito? Un poquito? Someone help me out here. I see Spanish speakers in here, so we need a bilingual speaker. And when we find someone who's bilingual, we can get an understanding here. Is it? A little bit in Spanish. Un petit. I love the word petite though. Petite is a glorious word. Black Raven on top now. I kind of see that. I'm not going to steer into that. I'm going to let that come out naturally if it does, but I like that style. Lady Jai. Oh, you have a comment from before there too. Hey, Lady Jai. The higher bird is irascible plane on the lower bird. Ooh, you think there's a higher bird preying on the lower bird? Maybe. This is the fun. Oh, before I turn to yes, I have good pronunciation. Is it correct though? Petite is French, yeah, sorry. Petite is French, but I love that word. But what's the, is it poquito? How do you say small in Spanish? Hello from Vietnam, welcome on in. And, thank you, Sebastian. Great name, by the way. Un poco. Un poco? I suppose so. Now this is the fun though, because I'm close to the work at the moment, guys. Jay, I'm close to the work. And because I'm close to it, I miss things. I'm too close to the flame to actually see the whole picture. You as a viewer have a better interpretation of what's happening here than I do, because you can see it from the, it's like when your face is too close to life, everything's so confusing and chaotic and going in all directions, but if you take a step back, clarity can come. And that's why we go on vacations or we take a day off work or whatever, to actually step back and get that clarity. Now that's what you're getting from your vantage point, but for me, I've got my nose up against the grindstone, and so where you see things like a bird preying on another bird, and then we flip it, and then I start talking about a neckbeard, maybe I don't even know what I'm talking about. But your ability to see goes far beyond what I can, even though I'm supposed to be the guy with the plan, even though. Definitely, I can see, yeah, there is going to be a branch coming down through here. There will be a branch here, and that is a branch, yeah. But look, these things change. These things change. And I think we need to. We've done 2 splatters of paint, whips across the screen of it, with the colours for the pheasant. This old fella, it's not an old fella, say he's about, if I was to guess, I'd only say 55. Probably 55. But again, I am just guessing. I'd like to see what we do with him. There we go. Just get that. Those glasses just a little bit more pronounced. It's not all about the glasses. It's not all about the glasses, but just want to make sure they pop. Hello, little sparrow. I'm sorry, I didn't bring any bread with me. I used to paint down by the lake, guys. There's early reels of it. I used to paint down by the lake with a big view of the ocean. It was always windy there, but I had a good view, lovely lighting, and there were ducks. And so I'd bring down a packet of crackers. Now I used to have some cheese and whatnot for me, but I had these crackers there, and as the ducks would come around, I'd just give them crackers while I painted. You had to bring enough crackers though, because you had to bring enough to placate the ducks. Otherwise I'd start whack, 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 wanting more crackers. So you had to have enough to drip feed the cracker market, basically. And in all honesty, I just lost my trail of thought. And I was thinking in my head, I'm yapping too much. I need to get back to the painting. So, actually, this is a good thing. It's one of them yap guys. You want to shut up. Right, let's get a colour in here. What colour is it going to be though? I think it's going to be this one. Sunshine, holiday, come find me. Dun dun dee dee dee. Hello Nico, welcome on in. Pequeno, thanks Nico, I appreciate that. And New Zealand neighbour, welcome on in. Oh, you don't know me. Welcome on in. I'm not saying you don't know me as in like you don't know me. If you've seen all the videos, you do know me. But it's lovely to have you here. And that's an interesting name. When we used to come up with email addresses and set up like accounts for different things. We were kids. I used to call myself Goward Jr. because I was a younger brother. But can't imagine sitting there with my brother. He said, alright, what do you want your username to be? His one was My Car Won't Start. From that Dude, Where's My Car movie, I think. and he imagine him keyboard on the keyboard, and then you'd be like, "What do you want your username to be?" And you'd be like, "You don't know me. That's perfect." That's what I'm most passionate about. It's a good sign of someone who's agnostic, actually. You don't know me. All right, sorry. It is a great name. We get some funny names through here. Right, let's go. We're gonna go through here. We're gonna go up here and a little bit down there. Perfect. That's what we want. Beautiful. Now, let's spread. Sunshine day. Oh. That's the key here. That is the key. And we still have a good spot. Yeah, we are. Spinning around just a little bit there. We got nature all around us here, team. All around us. So it's a fun little spot to be at. You gotta excuse the phone there, taking a hyperlapse. You remind me of a good friend of mine. All right, it may be me. We may be friends. I start watching and I just can't leave. Amazing Works. Oh, thanks, John. Well, John, welcome on in. John, if you do need to leave, just dash, because I'll upload this entire thing as like a quick 10-second reel, so you can be like, see it go boom, 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 and get finished. And plus, then you avoid all my ridiculous jokes. How much of a win is that? Pretty fun if you ask me. There we go. There's a bookshelf there. Beautiful. I'm gonna let that, just encroach down in there. Just like that. More of this. Dirty. Tankard. There we go. Sling that. Yeah, hello. Sunshine, holiday, come find me. He's got elemental peace stuck in his. Yeah, he had. I'm going to pause this and come back actually, guys, so I can keep getting more and more access to it. Otherwise, I'm dipping non-stop, which is kind of annoying. There we go. Lovely. Lovely. And if I slip that through there. Just keep smattering it. Whew. We're making good ground here. We're having a wild time, but we are making good ground. There we go. Let's throw that on there. Straighten up a little bit. Perfect. Perfecto. Come find me. Holiday. I need a new song stuck in my head. Da, da, dee, da, 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 da. That sun's coming out nice and strong now, guys. That's fantastic, because that means this paint is going to start drying at an unprecedented rate, which we actually need. We need the paint to start caking on. Oh, abstract expressionism making sense. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. It should be pretty nonsensical right now, though, but hopefully, it might start making some more sense. We'll find out. Why do you prefer acrylic over oils? Good morning from Australia, Perth. Hey, Tassie, welcome on in. Hi from Mexico. G'day, Pot. Oh, I thought that was the canvas falling for a moment. Can see a face of someone wearing black glasses and black hair. Give it time too. Your eyes are entitled to a whole bunch of interpretations. So there is a kind of gentleman that I'm bringing in here. But if you don't see the gentleman and you see something else entirely, you're as correct as I am. As correct as I am. And hope you have an amazing day, Seb. Hey, thanks, Alicia. Welcome on in. Good to have you back in here. John, ironic that the details you capture makes the painting pop. Well, look, with this kind of painting where we flip the canvas upside down and go again and flip it upside down and go again, there is a distinct possibility that it never makes any sense. That it'll just always be confused and no picture ever actually comes out of it. That can happen. And like, I say can happen, like it's not that likely. I'm meaning that's, for any artwork worth its pennies, that's about a 40% chance. Now, question there about acrylics. This is tempera, so this isn't actually acrylics. This is an emulsion-based paint. So this is non-toxic. You could, I'm not encouraging you to do, but you could, if you ended up ingesting this paint, you wouldn't have to call a poison line, for example. But with acrylics and oils, that would be very, very bad for your health. Now, I love tempera. I love tempera. Tempera's got some special qualities to it. What are the special qualities? First off, well, it's very delicate for starters. It's a delicate paint. It's more matte-like, so you'll notice with the surface here, especially after it dries, you can see the colours better. Whereas with acrylic, it usually dries with that more satiny, glossy finish, just like oils actually. And that satiny gloss finish, that makes it harder to see the painting, especially for you guys with the natural light, and for me, being up close to it. So tempera is actually, although it's such a delicate medium, it works very well outside in natural conditions. But if you're comparing acrylics to oils, the key question is, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? People think that oils are the be-all, end-all. And look, don't get me wrong, oils are great. I love oils. They do have a colour potency to them. Absolutely. But the trouble with oils is you have to combine things into them to try and make them something that works well as a layering medium, you know, to add transparency to it. Acrylic's like a plastic. It does transparency better than oils. Every time. Don't be like, oh, but I can add this into my... Yeah, of course you can. And then you can layer over the course of 8 months. Fantastic. Yeah, that totally works. Good luck with that. Or you can use acrylics and do 8 layers in a session all at once. These sheens over the work. But that being said, if you layer intensively with acrylics, you don't have the same potency in any one colour as you'll get from oils. So you're like, do I want one potent colour, oils? Do I want a multitude of potent colours and depth and layers, acrylics? Do I want fast and furious? It's tough. One session fast and furious, jump on oils. A bunch of layers in the same sessions, jump on acrylics. But if you're actually talking about the balance between fast drying and colour, you're not in the oil or acrylic band camp, though that's incorrect. You, my friend, are in the tempera and gouache band camp. Fast dry, potent colour. Now you don't get the gloss, granted, but in terms of getting something that actually dries within 20 seconds or 20 minutes, you're on the tempera buzz, and tempera actually has this lumosity. So even though this is messy and chaotic, the light's going to feel like, especially with egg tempera, that the light's coming from inside the artwork coming out like a neon sign. You never get that from oils or acrylics or anything, gouache, anything, watercolour, anything. Well, maybe a little bit from watercolour. Not like that. To make it feel like the light comes from within it, that's a special quality for only egg tempera. You'd be like, I don't want any of your weird techniques. Last Supper made with egg tempera, in fact. I usually just do oils because the colour's so bright. This is a great reason. This is an excellent reason. I hate how acrylic just doesn't pop. April, and I usually add ethanol or whatever it is. Can you turn to see if the bird's still there? Pray bird, please. Fantastic angel. Yes, so these are all great things. Don't use acrylic raw. Acrylic paint is not like oil. With oil paints, you just squeeze it right out of that tube and you throw it on that canvas and it's good to go. It'll dry exactly as you painted it after 6 months. But if you're using acrylics, if you add acrylic straight to a canvas, like you say, the colors won't pop and they'll dry tacky and not the same way that you painted them. You must add mediums. And so, like, if I was using acrylics down here, I got a yum yum bucket that I mix up. If I don't add this into the acrylic paints, they won't get that glossy pop. If I add this in at about a 1-to-1 ratio, pretty straightforward and simple, I'll usually do more, but 1-to-1, the acrylics will look like oils, and people walking past me on the beach, in the park, or wherever they run into me, will be like, oh, are you using oils? You're like, no, they're acrylics. I've spliced them with things. Acrylics, you have to use mediums. Oils, they're optional. But that's enough on that. Guys, there's a million things, and you can ask all these questions to chatbot GBT, and it will give you great answers. But in short, don't get locked into one. Be malleable, swap around. Enjoy a couple of different mediums. The only one I don't normally do, because of its inability to layer, is watercolour. I'm not a watercolour guy. I don't like going from light to dark. I like choosing my own direction and routine for each painting. And yes, absolutely, we'll flip this back up the right way. Not just yet. If you want to flip it over early, what you want to do is just rotate your phone around in your hand and you'll see it upside down. I often wonder how good, though, the robot is behind TikTok and Instagram. And I wonder if with an ambigram, like when I'm painting like this, and everyone's viewing and flipping their phones each way, does the robot notice that? And it's like, what are these people doing? Or does it just not care? I would assume the latter. I think it's a not caring pocket, but it's an interesting thought. Sunshine, sun holiday, come find me. How are we doing on the face, by the way? I think the face is going to show up pretty well. We're about ready to swap on back to our lovely pheasant. Let's go back to our pheasant. Alright, back we come. Sun shining, holiday, come find me. Got that sun in my head. We're back, baby. Woo-hoo! We're upside down, and we kind of have a pheasant. We kind of have a pheasant. We'll put some more love into it. Do 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 do. La da dee dee do. Chip that. Run through there. Yeah, just like that. Just like that. I like this. I like that. There we go. I'm going to chisel that. Way to the edge there. There we go. Lovely. And that's going to sneak down with a whole bunch of little. Ooh. Just like that. On the head there, just like that. And that beak, that's not a black beak, it's actually more of a grey beak, so we're gonna hit it like that. And then the tuft of white, this is why we have the pheasant reference picture team, because I can't remember what a pheasant looks like half the time. Hello Taylor, watching while you eat cheese. Well, it's lovely to have you here. And sweet Linda, welcome on in. Georgie, hello sunshine, right back at you. Santana, a bird. You, Santana, are doing pretty good to spot that. If you're fresh in here, well done. Face top left corner. Oh my God, I do kind of see that. Wow, good spotting, Jay. It looks really cool. Thanks, Santana. I appreciate that. Oh, there we go. Let's get a few more of those little feathers in there. Sun shining. It's a holiday. Come find me if you think that they da 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 la da da do. There's a big chunk of yellow there. That yellow chunk there is way too inspired, way too excited. I don't know what I was thinking. I got the yellow tube and I'm like, this is my moment, and I just really threw it. And in all honesty, a little bit more of a calm, collected attitude could have gone a long way in that moment, but here we are. That's some impact. Love your work. Cheers, Jay. The adjustment device, lol, know it too well. The device, dance. Oh, you've been rude. Fair enough. There's the problem. You're on a live format and you read things out as you go. I do try and get a soft read on a comment, but sometimes you get me. And then usually someone like Jay's right there to give me the hookups, save me from saying anything stupid. But sometimes, guys, I'm beyond saving. Sometimes I'm beyond saving. Here we go. Good thing about tempera too, this particular kind of paint, is that even if I get it on my pants, it washes out, because it's actually not that potent on fabrics, and it needs protecting as well. It needs a cover over it, because it can be reactivated with water, so you're dealing with a very, very fragile medium, but that's part of the fun. So, hey, who was it suggesting? Was it D? D, are you still here? Or did you bail, D? What did you do? Did you stay? Should I stay or should I go? Baby, you got to let me know. Should I stay or should I go? If I stay, there will be trouble. If I go, it's gonna be double. There we go. Just like that. If you're still here, D, we are about to grab. I can get this cup out of here. Come here. we're going to do what Dee was suggesting, and we're going to grab some green. I think, yeah, here we go. Yum, yum, yum. That's got purple in it, that's got that colour in it. Can I have a fresh cup or a fresh plate? Yes, I can. I'm going to switch it up and go for a plate this time. Green's not as potent as I'd like though. Where's another green? Ah ha ha. Permanent green hue. Now we're talking. Give me that juice. And then let's jump on. That brush is going to go a bit black because it's got Indian ink on it. So this is our brush. 2 greens. Pow team. Fly with Nate. Oh, welcome on in, Fly with Nate. Thank you so much for subscribing. You absolute legend. Fly with Nate, you'll have a whole bunch of reels in the feed now, the sub-only reels. They're just, we do the fun, fiery, make the work reels with everyone, and then the silly behind the scenes stuff where I'm just yakking is, that's, we do that for subscribers. And yeah, fair enough, Georgie. Well, and then who else do we have here? What's his name? That guy's name? The pheasant's name. We'll call the pheasant Philip. Philip the pheasant. And the guy who's upside down right now, Gary with glasses. Philip the pheasant and Gary with glasses. Oh, that's what we're at. And my name is Seb. Seb, short for Sebastian. And your name is Jay. Great name, actually. What names I like? Jay's a cool name. I like Cooper. That's my child's name. But I also like Lachlan. Lachlan's a great name. Moana, another great name. I think I've got the biggest soft spot though for Lachlan. My parents told me that actually that was one of the names they were tossing up on, calling me. You should get the nickname Lockie if you want it. It just sounds like a really secure but fun kind of name. Does that make sense? Philip and Gary. You know, it's a very, very confusing, very confusing name for a painting if you didn't have any context. But tell me guys, I usually battle with this too. Do you think the name of a painting should be something cryptic and complicated in order to actually make it like an Easter egg or a confusing element within it? Or do you think the name should actually help you understand the painting better? Or is it irrelevant and is it just for archival purposes? So hypothetically, for archival purposes, we'd call this man and bird flip painting, say. And then if we were naming it for treasure hunt, you know, trying to throw you off the trail, we'd call it Philip and Gary. And then if we were naming it really cryptic, we could call it the aerodynamic soul of reading a newspaper. I don't know. They came from aerodynamic for a bird, soul because they're both creatures, and then reading the newspaper because he's wearing glasses. But like that's probably too cryptic, right guys? Or you could just name it in a sort of mean way, where you sort of pretend like names don't matter, like the anti-art. What's the painting called? It's called Bang Boom. It's called Flipside. It's called Yellow's Good. I think you gotta do a combination. I don't know. Usually the people who come up with the best names for me are the ones in like collectors. I had a painting that I was dabbling over that was going to be called Dahlias, the Garden, Hydrangeas, and then I was speaking to a collector who said my grandmother loves this painting. She really loves it, and she's got the most amazing green fingers, and that's why I want to get it for her. And I'm like, green fingers, of course, because without green fingers it wouldn't exist. That's the crux of this picture. And so it was, and I told him, I said, you've just literally, I finished that painting, it's up for sale, it's selling, and the prints are up for sale, and you've just renamed it. I need to go change it on all social media and website. The Pheasant Soul, yeah. Or Game Hunt. My name is Kiera. I'm proud of you. I've got a name too. Mine's Seb. Lovely to meet you. Would love you to do some kind of JPEG for me. Can you send me the costs? Yeah, absolutely. Well, what you want to do though, we won't get too caught up into it now, but what you want to do is jump on the link in the bio, and then it's just right there. Just click commission. And from there, we can talk about the possibility of doing something. But there's factors that come into it. Where are we shipping to? Where in the world are you based? We can go anywhere, but the shipping costs will change. It costs more to ship to, say, South Africa, Madagascar, than it does to ship to Australia. Australia, though, is weirdly expensive. If you're in Australia and you're expecting, because we're neighbours, that you'll get some good deal cut, guys, I love Australians, don't get me wrong, but for some reason it costs me the same amount to ship to Australia as it does to America. In fact, sometimes it's even cheaper to get a piece of work to the middle of Washington DC or Upper East Side New York than it is to get it to Brisbane. Go figure. Go figure. And I'm like, this doesn't make, like, how does this happen? I feel like, for me, for example, guys, for me to fly to Australia, it's a $250 usually, roughly, flight. And for me to fly to the US, it's $1,800 return trip, I think. So the question on my mind is, why would I go? Why would I ship something to Australia? I should just literally carry it with me, fly over there. It literally makes more sense. Go to a holiday to Australia. I've never been on a holiday to Australia. No, I have. How old was I? I was a baby. I was like 13. Does that count? If you went to Australia when you're 13, does it still count as a memory? Hello, South Africa. God, good to have a shout out. Yeah. So, love South Africa. There's two paintings in South Africa. One that you might remember is a portrait, and then the one that really kicked up a fuss in a good way was Zambezi River. Absolutely stunning shot of some elephants down at the riverbanks having a good old time. And that one there, you know you hit the mark with a painting when the painting itself goes, the collector loves the painting, but when you release prints, if people in the surrounding area of the collector buy the prints, you're like, okay, this wasn't just resonating with the collector, this was resonating with people who share a similar memory or experience. And with Zambezi River, a lot of those prints sold to South Africa more than other works. And I think that's a real special tell, that you think, okay, we've done this particular scene justice. So I think that's pretty cool. Sunshine, holiday, come back to me. I'm going to add a little bit of white into here. There we go. Get this green looking more like a soft lamb. There we are, just down through there. feeling this crew here though, we're definitely pheasant enjoyers more than we are portrait enjoyers. Everyone's like, go back to the pheasant. I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying. I just think if we'd a sitter here, they'd be like, oh, no one's enjoying me. Hi bro, hello Marlo, welcome on in. It's 0008 here. I need to get some sleep. It's been a pleasure, love your work, it's time for bed. Jay, get some sleep, thanks for being in here, you absolute champion. And Robert, hello. And we've just hit 10k. Oh, you absolute champions, guys. We've reached 10,000 likes, that's pretty cool. And Jules, you've been here since the start, which is pretty fun. I always find it funny when we're here yakking in the room and then like literally 45 minutes into it, someone will pipe up who's like been lurking in the background the entire time, and you'll be like, I didn't know you were here. And they've just quietly just chilling, enjoying themselves, having a good old time. And I respect that. You don't need to come in here and join the sometimes incredibly average conversation, which is usually entirely my fault. Well, it's always my fault because I'm supposed to be facilitating the chats. But certainly it's nice to just, I think there's conversation or not, it's about creating an environment, and it's hard not to get a cool, fun environment when you're out here in a place like this. I love this particular area, and the reason I love this particular area is there is a real lack of cars here. So although you can park close to where we're painting, we can actually just enjoy the sound of birds. Blue skies. Blue skies is pretty special. Love me some delightful blue skies. This is coming along pretty fun. We do need some black, but we're not going to use, I haven't got any Indian ink here with me. I've got, oh, I do have a big bucket of acrylic black. Do I want to combine that into the tempera? Let me think on that. Before I do, I'm going to quickly pop back to the car because I need to grab the most important medium of all, water. Oh, we've got the things we need. Sunblock and water. Now this is the most important medium because it's the thing that keeps us going. So I guess you could call it a painting medium because without it paint couldn't flow, but you don't add it to the paint, you just get to enjoy it. Anyway, the other thing, I was expecting a cloudy day. We've had anything but, so just gonna chuck some of this on before we get completely cooked under that beautiful sun. That giant burning ball of gas. Many miles away. Coming all this way to burn me. Don't know if I should be complimented or offended. Sunshine. Do. Oh yeah. The sun's gone away enough now so I can actually enjoy it without the sunglasses now. That's a fantastic step. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Well, I didn't want to get sunscreen all over the lenses. I was going to put them back on, but it turns out, tatty, we're not going to put them back on. So this is the world we live in. The question is, though, what's the next colour going to be? What's the next colour gonna be? Did someone say vermilion? Zipped it. Here we go. Voila. Alright. I think there was another plan that I was brewing, but actually, after I wandered off and came back, I had a change of heart. Alrighty, tighty. Alrighty. Ta-ha-ha-tee, da-da-da-da, la-da-da-dee, boom-ba-da-ba, boom-ba-da-ba-dee, boom-ba-da-ba, doom-ba-ba-da-ba-bee. Oh yeah. Splash. There's a big fat pheasant too, this is fun. Yummy pheasant. I've never actually eaten pheasant before, but I hear, someone correct me if I'm wrong, I hear it's good. It's a game bird, right? You're only allowed to catch it certain times of the year. I'm quite basic like that though, guys. I just like, I'm gonna have meat, chicken, steak. I like fish. Fish is excellent. Made Shelby some scallops last night. That was a real treat. Oh, cheers, Kluber. Where else would he go? Just down through here. Beautiful. I'm going to sneak up. Lovely. Is it going to hold belly? I thought that was a drone for a moment. It's not a drone, it's a what's called a pukeko, New Zealand bird. Pukekos have an awful habit for getting caught out on roads. They get better at not letting that happen, but they're a pretty lovely bird. They fly a little bit, but actually they tend to just walk around. They have good legs for walking. now we need... Yeah, go on then. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand when everything's meant to be broken. I just want you to know who I am. And you can't fight the tears that ain't covered, all the moment, the truth and the lies. When everything feels like the movies. What a banger. Yeah, you bleed just to know you're alive. Come on down. Let me see that picture so I can understand how a pheasant's foot works. Alright. We've got a good little clan of people hanging out here. We've just got to the number. I think that's the perfect number of people to be in a streaming room. That's the most fun. When we have the anything above saying in a really cool guy, Sam, saying in an interview the other day that anything above the sort of 100 people mark, it can get too busy and you can't, you see a car. Oh, in the picture. Oh my god, you gotta tell me where. I kind of see a cat, or like this kind of looks like a leg to me, curled up on a branch with the head facing away, or curled up here. But we're gonna keep dabbling around, do a few more wild strokes and see where we go. Just being Seb, I hear a fowl in the background. Maybe there's a bunch of pukekos hanging around, and we do get some yellow hammers and sparrows here. We don't get, like we do down in Tauranga, the amount of kiddidoos or tuis, but that's alright. I like the variation, kind of like different patches of grass in a Pokemon game. You don't know what you're gonna catch. Brian, I think what I love the most about your art is they emote, not just beautiful work. Love ya. Oh, thanks, Brian. I appreciate that. There's definitely a desire to try and get a little bit of good attitude, good vibe, good feeling, and transpose it onto the surface. And I believe you can. I think that in brush strokes applied with a good attitude or the right energy, in a psychological sense, not even spiritual, just pure psychological. If you can actually do that, other humans can see it and get a similar feeling that you added to it. And it's a real responsibility to actually come into the work and really attack it with as much energy, vitality, joy, love, connection as you can. And the reason being that if you do that and give it everything you've got, that work will exist 5, 10, 20 years, and it will keep exuding that energy if you can put it on it right to start with. And so, just like a song, like a lot of musicians know that a song is going to be big sometimes. Ed Sheeran, his next song is always going to be big. But if you're a new artist, singer, I mean, you've got to give that music everything you've got, because that music might outlast you. And if it does, You want to make sure all the love, all the vitality, all the energy, all the emotion you could possibly add to it was there. So that way, even though the song outlasts you, it'll give as much as you can give to everyone who's exposed to it. That's the beauty. Right. You ready for a flip, team? It's time for a flip. Ooh, rockabilly. I'm at ripe old age. I'm the ripe old age of 31. 31. Stand back for a moment. Yeah, that pheasant's popping. I think actually, I was about to swap them. We're going to do a little bit of a change here. I am going to grab, we are going to mix acrylic with tempera. Here we go. Delightful. Take a look at that one. We're going to come in here. And we're going to build out a few of these joyous colours too. We're the same age. Well, that's exciting. There's a... Right. That little flapping reference picture has flapped its last flop. I'm going to teach it a lesson with this little bit here. Here we go. Ha! Taught him a lesson. Right. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. And it's funny to say that in a song, because through the song the whole world saw it. And he released the song. So he must have in some small part wanted to be seen, right? Is that a fair assumption? I don't think they know who I am when everything's meant to be broken. I just want you to go. The 30s are some of the best years. Yeah. There was a study, I think it was an American study, that said the best years of your life are between 25 and 29. And then after your mid-30s, the next best years of your life are in your 60s. But I think everyone's different. Like, I think I prefer, excuse me, I think I prefer my 30s to my 20s. And I think I prefer, I don't know, I think I'm just going to keep on enjoying each decade. Like, I'm not that excited for my knees packing up. That'll make it harder to paint. But, yeah. I think it depends what your values are or how you live to a degree, maybe. I don't know. I haven't been there yet. I'll let you know in 10 years. And beautiful artwork, by the way. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. See, I love that. 60s here, loving life. You're absolute champion. See, that's good. And that shouldn't be, I don't think it is an abnormality, but I don't think there should be, I hate the idea of saying, oh, those were the best years of my life. I way prefer us to be able to actually say, you know, it should just keep on improving, aging like a fine wine. You may not be making more wine, but surely what the wine you have made, the seeds you planted, you know what I mean. Continue to grow. As a guy in my 50s, my knees are spot on. Well, thank you, Moby. You're giving me hope, because I keep hearing from people that that's the thing. And I get messages from people being like, enjoy it while it lasts. soon. Well, I don't say it like that, they send it in text form. They say, you won't be able to move like that when you're older. I'm like, well, that's a good reason to do it now. Because, in all honesty, I like getting a bit of movement in painting. And if I need to wheel around the painting on a wheelchair, with a little prop-up piece, or a little segway that goes backwards and forwards that helps me make it, so be it, guys. We'll do it. We'll have some fun. You have to stay active. This is true. This is true. That goes for everyone, though, not just... That's the whole way through. That's a fact. And we've just done our 90 minutes. How fun's that? How fun is that? Alright, team. I would love to stay around longer, but one wild card. We might hang around for a little bit longer. We'll keep playing for a little bit longer. But funnily enough, my computer struggles to upload the lives when we go over the 90-minute mark. Go figure. So it's definitely preferable from my end that we stick to this time scheduling. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, dabble up through there. Nice. Nice. Yeah. Fun. Oh. But you have to dash. We do have a little window of about 30 minutes, Jay. And the thinking I'm making here is going, I can either rush the pack up, keep painting, or I can have a nice, pleasant pack up. These things are always the questions. Is it a function of how hard you use? Is it a function of how hard you use the parts earlier? I could have run one less marathon. Yeah, agree. I can totally understand that. And Brian, thanks for jumping on in here, sharing how you feel, and we'll catch you later. Who's that there? John Gower, cousin Seb. Hi from Texas. G'day, John. How we doing? Welcome on in, you absolute legend. Good to have another Gower in the chat. Relation or not. John's like, I am a relation. Hello. Let's go like this. Switch. Can I switch that? There we go. All right, guys, for the last little bit here, we're going to change it up a little bit. So the live's finished now. We've had our fun. I'm going to swap to just hang out with the subscribers while I unwind a little bit. And everyone else, we will be back the day after tomorrow. So that is the plan. Did I push the right button though? I think I did. Did it work for me that time? What's funny, Jay? Yeah, I think. Always save some water till the end too, team. Always save some water. You always think you're clever, drinking a ton of it right there at the start. You're not. Gradually space it out. Ration that water, baby. Now. And I don't want the world to see me. Come on, Seb, get this song out of your head. What a ridiculous song to be singing to while you stream live to 47 people. It's like, you end the live, and like someone will be like, I was watching the most ridiculous live. He was literally painting on a collaborative journey, sharing the entire painting with everyone. And he wouldn't stop singing, and I don't want the world to see me. You're like, well, that's very confusing, darling. I'm doing the definition of sending mixed messages right now. Gow is a pretty uncommon name too. There's about 3 Gower families, like people who sport the Gower name in New Zealand. And there's one group which is a funeral service, another group which is paddy cows, and then there's the farming group. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand when everything's meant to be broken. I just want you to know who I am. Can't fight the tears that ain't covered, all the moan and the truth and the lies. When everything feels like the movies, hey, you bleed just to know you're alive. And I don't want the world to see me. Yeah, we're gonna have a quick pack up here today. We'll go for that lightning pack up. That's the plan. Guess I don't think that they'd understand. There we go. Alright, flip time, baby. Whatsy toity. Alright, looking good, looking good, looking good. Let's spin this back to here. And we may have time to spin it one last time. But I think that might be our final rotation. Now, let's get this guy. And I don't want the world. Oh, come on, Sebastian. At least on the bright side, team. Like I was saying, that lets us know we're making the art with the right attitude. We were here lethargically saying, cautiously doing strokes, not feeling it, then that would be more of a red flag. The fact that I keep trying to sing and won't shut up is actually a testament to the fact that we're making art with the right grounding attitude. That's what I should say. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand that everything's meant to be broken. I just want you to know who I am. You can't fight the tears that ain't covered, all the moan and the truth and the lies. When everything feels like the movies, bleed just to know you're alive. And I don't want the world. Lovely. Way down we go. Alrighty tighty. Yep, that is the line. I think there's more life in live as well though, guys. I think there's a lot more life in live because there's something different about connecting in the moment rather than in hindsight, like, hey, here's something I did the other day versus, hey, this is what's happening right now somewhere in the world. So I think there's still a wee way to go until, you know, I think a couple of nice things I'd like to see. It'd be so much more special, and I know that there's not the capacity for it, but I'm out here in New Zealand nature. I'd just love to stream this to you guys in 4K so that way the connection was just always fire. But sometimes things like that are just pipe dreams, but it would be pretty fun to do. Yeah, I'm going to do something quite wild here, guys. That's enough of the black. That's enough of the black, but let's actually have a look at one last colour, cerulean blue. Cerulean blue, unruly blue. Here we go. Do I have a tube here? I should have a tube. Yes. Alright, change of plan. No blue, turquoise instead. Let's do it. I lied to you. It's going to look like cerulean, to be fair. It's got a cerulean sort of touch to it. But it's technically light turquoise. Technically. But you could also say, what, Sebastian, is the difference between cerulean blue and light turquoise? To which I'd probably stutter and not really have a good answer for you. Fairly similar tones. Okay. And you can't fight the tears that ain't broken. All the wrong and the truth and the lie. When everything feels like the movies, you just know you won't rely. do love that bird you can hear in the distance, because it sounds like Mini-Me from Austin Powers. Love Austin Powers, big fan of that movie. Cheers, Jay. See me soon. Where are you seeing me soon, Jules? I'm excited. Stand back for a moment. Yeah, okay. Now it's a little bit of a flip-de-flu. So we're there here. Take these. So it comes over here. Okay. 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 Pheasant? Oh wow. I just noticed as well, guys, that it's kind of like a pheasant's nest. Okay. So Yay. Naughty. Okay. Yeah, hold it. All right, so what was the pheasant's name again? Okay. This was Philip the pheasant. That was, yeah. Okay. This is Philip the pheasant. And that was Nathan, the newspaper reader. What was it? It was Philip the pheasant and Gary. Philip and Gary? Why was it Gary though? God, I forget these things. Anyway, we've had our fun, guys. We've had our fun. Yeah. Alright. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure being here today with you all and painting. And wherever you are in the world, hope you have a great day or a great night. Sending you all, actually. That must hurt your ears, right? That must hurt your ears. If you're on the back of it, not just hearing it as well, like, surely it gets you. I'm gonna do one last little bit, guys. All that was done. Basically, There, sorted. Right, team. These little gusts of wind are getting too risky for me. But for everyone who joined for the entire session, you pack of legends, thank you so much. And I will see you all. So the day after tomorrow is the next live session that's scheduled. We might try and go live tomorrow as well. But we'll see how we go. Cheers, guys. Catch ya.